I'm your son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. After about 10 years of being in the field of education, somewhere between 5 and 10 years, I can't recall the exact time, I started asking former students, being that we can access people so easily now with social media, I would encounter students and ask them, hey, for me as an educator, what did you learn from my classes? What did you get from my classes? Was there anything that helped you? Or anything that you got from me as an educator? Because I've encountered students as a teacher. I've encountered students as an assistant principal. I've encountered students as a principal, and I'm back in the classroom encountering students as a teacher. And I'm always trying to improve my craft, and that is something that I recommend that you do, ladies and gentlemen. As you get older, especially as you get towards 40, things start to come together. You start to learn how to make your own opportunities. You start to learn how to market your skills. You get to the point where you can demand a higher salary. You can take one set of skills and bring them to another arena, so forth and so on. But that takes you mastering a skill set, because once you master one skill set, chances are you'll probably master another. Now, in doing so, what I found is that I have two categories of students. Now, and that's going to take for you to understand a little bit of my background. I'm a business education teacher by trade, although in other states than the one I work in, I am certified in other areas. For example, I'm certified in elementary education, math, science, English, and social studies. I don't want to teach those other subjects. If I got certified in math, a black male education teacher, elementary education teacher, I get transferred to an elementary school tomorrow. And that's just not where I want to go in life. But I have those skills if I need them. I've also worked as a coach, but primarily business education. And for a good stint of 3 to 4 years, I taught primarily keyboarding, which is important because we're in the digital age. And if you want everybody to be using Chromebooks and if you want everyone to use Chromebooks and computers and PCs and whatever the case may be, keyboarding is crucial, especially getting towards your second, third, and fourth English classes. You need to be able to type papers quickly. Now you're typing in every class because most schools have their students where they're ready to be a part of a digital learning environment. I guess you got some people who don't know you can turn on a right turn anymore. Yeah, turn at a red light. I'm seeing these people with these new tags and newer vehicles, and they don't know how to drive. Jesus. Okay, anyway. I'm sorry, y'all. I lost my train of thought there. So what ended up happening, I had a lot of kids who took my keyboarding course. And I also taught some marketing. I taught career education courses, accounting a couple of years, business management, so forth and so on, but primarily career education and keyboarding. And then I had about 2 years where I taught nothing but keyboarding in a 5-year span before I moved up to administration. What intrigued me the most in these two categories of students, and where the two categories were most blatantly obvious, was that keyboarding course, because we had some character building built in. But overall, I get two general responses. Either A, I didn't really learn too much other than how to type. And what I find with this type of student, and it's not to judge anyone, It's just what I observed. This is the student who probably has not gone on to college. A lot of times did not go on to get any other skill or trade. This student pretty much is, they're working, they're responsible guys, they're still good people. But, honestly, they did the bare minimum in school, and now they're doing, your basic life. Go home, work a 9 to 5, go home, barbecue, drink a few beers, and do some, social activities on the weekend. And that's life, and go back to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Now, the other class of student, I'm glad you asked. I learned so much. You talked to us about why we needed to get more skills in life, why we needed to do different things, go different places, experience different cultures. You spoke to us and let us know what character meant, why we needed to help out in our own communities, so forth and so on. So you have this real dynamic personality and a real basic personality, with dynamic results on one side and basic results on the other. And what I'm gathering is this: your education is what you make it. In middle school, I went to a magnet school, and in high school, I bypassed the magnet and gifted and talented program because I wanted to play basketball at the neighborhood school. You still had stellar scholars who came from the neighborhood school. At the end of the day, education is about what you make it. And then to go even deeper, the culture that a set of parents or a parent has created for a child, that is really determining a big part of their trajectory in life. I'm not saying somebody with a basic mindset can't make it or can't become more multifaceted later on, but what I am saying is this: you can have two students, you can even have two people who come from the same household, and one be a screw up and one be a genius, let alone a school environment. So when we start saying what's not being taught in schools, is it really what's not being taught in schools? Or is it what a student is paying attention to and what a student is taking and using? Renaissance Man Education here. Never lose your will to win and never lose your will to survive.